Hi guys, welcome back to yet another episode of the PS2 Collector. And if you watched my previous episode, we have finally reached a milestone of 200 games down in this challenge. But we've got a long way to go because we still need 4,176 games from Europe to USA to Japan. I will hunt them all down. And on this episode, I picked up yet another 5 games in the collection, which I'm going to share right now. Stay tuned. You do not want to miss this. Starting off with game number 201 is a basketball game called NBA Live 2004. So on the front cover is Vince Carter. At the time was a member of the Toronto Raptors. For me personally, I was not a huge basketball fan at the time because in the UK, basketball was not popular at the time. My first NBA game, the one that I played, I'm going to show you that now, was NBA 2K10 with Kobe Bryant at the time. Was one of the best players on the planet. In the UK, NBA was popular, but for me, the year was 2010. The Boston Celtics against the LA Lakers, that captured the imagination for me. And at the time, I was looking for a team to support. I ended up supporting, stupidly, the San Antonio Spurs. But back to the narrative, and that is NBA Live 2004. I've never played this game before because I'm not into basketball at the time, and I was mainly playing games like 2004. What game was I playing in 2004? So I was playing Burnout 3, GTA San Andreas, I was playing Need for Speed Underground 2. So again, with NBA games, they were not as popular as they are today. And the other thing I can say is I played it right now, and I gotta say, the graphics for 2004 looks immaculate because EA at the time, when it comes to graphics, were the best in the business. You can't argue with that. And yeah, it's a very solid basketball game. And I can't believe that NBA Live always stuck around up until the PS3 era, which they finally ended this franchise. And it was a shame to see, and from then on, 2K took over. But if you do enjoy basketball games, the NBA Live series will give the 2K series a run for its money. And yeah, that's game number 201 for £1 only, NBA Live 2004. On to the next. On to the next game, game number 202. And for only £2, no pun intended. And that is Warriors of Might and Magic. So this game is an RPG. I played it last week just to get my personal thoughts about this game. And I've got to say, right off the bat, you can easily tell that this game is an early PS2 game because it was released in the year 2000, which was the release of the PS2 console. And I'll have to look at it retrospectively. For the time, it was easily a step up from the PS1, and there was a bit of fun to be had. But when you look back at it now, you're looking, boy, this game has aged very bad. The animations are very poor, and all you do is hack and slash your way through the game. It's just too repetitive, the camera's annoying, and if you play it now, you'll be bored straight away, and there's definitely no fun to be had whatsoever. And if you are an RPG type of guy, give it a go. If you do like medieval themed games, especially RPGs, give this game a go. You might like it, but in my personal opinion, this game for its time was good. But now, looking back at other RPGs at the time, this game is way behind those games. Might be the reason why this game never got a sequel. If I did, leave in the comments below because I never had a sequel to this game, that's for damn sure. But yeah, that's game number 202, Warriors of Might and Magic. On to the next game. On to the next game, game number 203. And yeah, for £2 only, the Scorpion King, The Rise of Arcadia. So I've got to say something. You know, with movie time games, you get some great ones, and you get majority of them are terrible ones. And this unfortunately is a terrible one. But as a kid playing this game, I had fun. Even though it was a very basic game, it was very easy. But looking back in hindsight, this game is designed very poorly. It's too easy, and you literally have one attacking movement. And the boss levels were fun, don't get me wrong, the boss levels were fun, but it was too repetitive. You can easily complete this game within a week, easily within a week. And the only reason why I bought this game is because at the time I was a huge fan of WWE, and The Rock is to this day still one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And after, you know what, Rock's made a movie, Scorpion King. It's a The Mummy spin-off. It's a game, I'll give it a go. And with Wu-Tang Games, you can tell this game was rushed before it was polished. And that's the thing, they have to meet the deadlines. The game must be released on par with the movie to get as much sales as they can. This game can be terrible, but it must be released on time. I suggest now, I'm going to say something that's not going to be, it's not going to be thought of, but if this game ever does get a remaster, it can be a great game. It just needs a bit of tweaking, a bit of polishing, and a bit more into the environment. That's all it needed. But again, it will never happen. And that, my friends, is game number 203, The Scorpion King, The Rise of the Arcadian. Right guys, on to the next game, game number 204, and that is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Jungle Storm. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to say this right now, my favorite Tom Clancy game is and forever will be the original Splinter Cell. That was a phenomenal game. The attention to detail on that game was ridiculous. What about the spin-off series, the Ghost Recon series? For me, that does not hold a candle to Splinter Cell. Not to say it's a bad game, but the base game, for me personally, they could have done better. The AI is sometimes ridiculous. You target commands and the AI is just ridiculous. But the best way to play this game was online, because the online community was thriving, because this game was online for nearly a decade. So that's the best way, in my opinion, to play this game. But if you only want to play the base game, for me personally, if you do enjoy Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell and you do enjoy the Ghost Recon series, give it a go. You might just enjoy it, but for me, it's not my cup of tea. If you disagree, again, leave your thoughts down in the comment section. Yeah guys, and that's game number 204, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Jungle Storm. On to the next game. Right guys, on to the final game of this video, game number 205, and that is Devil May Cry. And right off the bat, I've got to say this, I think that this is one of the greatest games of all time, and easily one of the best games to ever come out on the legendary PS2. And I'm going to say something straight away, graphics, beautiful, the animations flawless, the cameras a bit awkward sometimes, but something to not be ignored, and the presentation, the cinematics for a game released 2001, I was mind blown at how smooth it ran. And this game made the hack and slash action adventure genre popular, and even again after 24 years, this game still stands out even now. And I like it when Capcom or developers put heart and soul into a game and leave nothing unturned. You can tell that Capcom wanted this game to capture the imagination, and it surely did. If there was a negative, there is some negatives in games, it will be its brutal difficulty. At times, this game does test your patience, but let me tell you, your patience will be rewarded. And for only £4, people, £4 for one of the greatest games of all time, You've got to give it a go. People, I'm telling you right now, if you're not playing this game, stop what you're doing. Go on eBay, buy the remastered version on the PS3 or the PS4. Buy it today. Play this game. You will not be disappointed. That's for sure. And guys, what a way to end this episode with the all-time greats. Game number 205. The Great Devil May Cry. Brilliant game, masterpiece. And that, my friends, is the final game of this video. What a way to go out. And if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. If you want to know when my channel comes online, click on the bell notification below. Anyways guys, until next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Take care guys.